world we live in is peaceful, wild and free, but it wasn't always like that. Only 20 years ago, creatures called humans ruled the land. But despite their potential, they were greedy, and in the end brought about their own destruction. It began when a plan to create a one-world government went astray, and there were arguments between the ranks. The main human leaders began to bicker, and before anyone knew anything about it, the world was at war. And once it got to the point of chemical and nuclear warfare, it was all over. Anyone who lived far enough away from the cities to survive fled the explosions. But the results from the explosions and gases made it impossible to retrieve anything from the city. So humanity's advancements took a step back, and only a handful remained. They were no longer the dominant species. But the downside was only for the human race. The gases had a revolutionary effect on plant life, which in turn affected the animals which ate it. And it caused massive mutations in species, almost a sped up version of evolution, creating stronger creatures, while plant life engulfed the human cities. But the people who survived were fascinated with these mutations and set up animal research facilities to conduct cruel experiments on these species. However, with their newfound intelligence, many of these animals easily escaped, and eventually the projects were shut down. The lack of human activity also resulted in sleeping spirits and gods to awaken and take control of the land, better or for worse. The year is now 2059. Canines have become the dominant species, living the simple life free from human destruction. However, that does not mean there is peace on Earth. A new threat will arise, and this is where our story really begins.